So I'm 30 years old, y'all. I'm about to sign up for AARP. Oh, here he go. Here he go. One of the millions of people who need a cookie for getting off TikTok. I'm a Swiftie.
What?
I guess I can say his name. His name was Igor. Igor was cute. He smiled at me. So I was like, okay, it's on. A random person is shaping how you think about stuff. That's scary to me. Now on the platform, it's just me and him. And it's quiet. And I'm like, I did not mean for this to happen. Ooh, wait. Okay, this is fun. Hey, y'all, welcome back. Let me get cozy. How about that? Cozy. Y'all, I feel so cozy. Ooh, let's get cozy. It's raining outside. I got my onesie on. Okay. And I think this is the one that one of your men bought me.
Whoa.
I think you wanted, yeah. Today, I just wanted to talk. Yappa. That's all I do is talk. So today I'm going to talk. I feel like my hair don't look good. Why is it never like looking good? You know what? King got the satin line on that. Hi. I've been traveling for the past like month and a half. I've gone to DC. I've gone to New York. Girl, it felt like forever, especially New York. New York it takes so much energy out of you. And we're going to talk about New York in a little bit later on. I just want to catch up. I just want to kiki. I want to sip on some rosé, girl. I'm 30 years old. I'm not, and I said rosé, but it's not actual rosé. It's Poppy. Yeah, girl. The girls done got me. Poppy, be happy, be gut healthy. I feel like we're doing too much with the like gut stuff. I get it. It's like take care of your gut, but we making it too like happy and cute. Like it's too much like pretty dainty and then probiotics and farting. It's not computing all the way for me. But I saw this at Sprouts and it wasn't even on sale. They just got me. Cause I read raspberry rosé, but it actually is just raspberry rose. Raspberry rose. I feel like we went to school with her. No fizz. Smells like lime. What's in here? Y'all ever drink something that's like carbonated and maybe all the carbonated bubbles like form one giant bubbles? That's what it feels like. One giant hard bubble and it goes down your throat. Whoa. And you swallow it and it hurts. Like it hurts bad. That's what just happened. It doesn't even have the flavor. Like where's the flavor? It's giving diluted juice. That's crazy because Poppy's usually really good. Not this flavor. I have a bunch of topics that I just wrote down. I'm going to talk about them, and hopefully through that, you'll get kind of a life update. But first, we got to thank our sponsor, Booksy, which I think actually quite a few of you are going to find super useful. Hey, y'all, this video is sponsored by Booksy. Booksy is like this superhero of a platform that I think has been fixing an issue that a lot of us have been facing. If you watch my second YouTube channel, which is pretty much a vlog channel, you know that when I'm traveling, I'm spending hours and hours and hours trying to find a barber. Just to get a little bit of a fade. And then at some point I remember, oh yeah, I forgot, like Booksy exists. It's like a booking marketplace for all kinds of services. So if you need nail care, hair care, a massage, or if you offer those services, Booksy really is like a godsend. It's a one-stop like solution center. I know some of y'all got service-oriented businesses. You got a braiding business, maybe you're a lash tech. I truly think that Booksy could be useful to you because it helps build and manage clientele. It helps you schedule out appointments, prevent no-shows, process payments, attract new clients, and follow up with your clients so that they keep coming back. If you go to my Chicago vlog like a while back, I was actually talking with a barber who I found through Booksy, and I was telling him how hard it was for me to find a barber, but then I found Booksy, and I was asking him like about his experience, like does he like it? And he told me he likes it for a very specific reason. One, he can just put out his availability on a calendar, and then clients do like a self-serve appointment making. So he's not like juggling a bunch of appointments via his DMs, which he did prior to joining Booksy. Two, he liked the fact that he has like a profile on Booksy. And so people can go and look at his work. He uploads pictures of all the cuts that he does, and it's all easy for the client to like make a decision about. Three, which I think was mutually beneficial, like Booksy will send out a reminder for your appointment and be like, hey girl, like don't forget your appointment is coming up. So that prevents no shows. So I came, which saves him time and makes him money. And then four, all of that with reviews, like as clients were able to like leave reviews on Booksy. And that helps so much. When I'm looking for a barber, I need to see what other people are saying, but I also need to see like how easy it is to book an appointment and also pictures of your work. So if you're trying to add some structure to your business, grow your business today, girl, with Booksy. You can click on the link in my description for a free trial. Don't play yourself. Now, shout out to Booksy for sponsoring today's video. Speaking of the video, let's get back into it. Oh, heck no. Who stole my phone? Yo, what if my phone just like, Like that's the end of my phone. Like I just never see it again. Stop playing. Oh, here it go. Look like it was taking a nap. Okay, I'm just gonna go in no particular order. So I'm 30 years old, y'all. Oh my God, get out the cane, get out the walker. I'm about to sign up for AARP. Girl, I don't feel old, but I do feel like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing 30-year-old for like 10 years now. And it's like finally my age is kind of caught up with me. 30 kind of feels like a badge of honor. I'm Victoria Monet, finally getting my Grammy, even though I've been in these streets. I also felt this like big shift. For real, and it's not a fart, because sometimes they do. You know? And even as I start, girl, I'm like, you sound goofy already. Because what I'm realizing is that none of this, we're just, what is this? People always go, oh, we're on a floating rock, And I'm like, right. I just want to say that in a more sophisticated way. I feel like we've been saying that for so long now, it kind of sounds like a 10-year-old came up with that. But dang, ain't nobody got no answer yet. Like, we on what? We on a who? Earth? Okay. And then when we penetrate the what are you calling it? The stratosphere? We go into space? Okay, well, what's holding space, baby? Tupperware? What is this? We are truly, I feel like this is the only reasonable explanation is that we're in the simulation. And even that, I feel like that is just somebody else's framework that I'm absorbing. And I'm like, okay, it's just something useful for me to kind of like cling on to, because otherwise, what is going on? Do we exist? Like, I'd be so scared thinking about it sometimes. But at 30 years old, I kind of feel like understanding that I'm so small and that I might not even exist. Like this could just be like, we could all be on like a SD card or something like that. Like that's unlocked something for me in my world that feels real to me. So I started a nonprofit, even though I was like scared to do that for a very long time. I was like, just do it. Just do it, cause like what? There's no rules. Like the only thing stopping you is like your brain, and honestly, none of this exists. So like, just have fun. Just do what you want to do. I celebrated my 30th birthday 2 times. I imagined when I was younger that my 30th would be so big. Like I would have a huge party with like a 4-tiered cake with my face on it. Fireworks, we'd be in Vegas somewhere, you know? But I'm happy that I got to celebrate it the way that I did, which was with close friends in kind of a leisurely way. I went to DC for like a week and a half and I spent time with my friends there, and we went to karaoke, we went to dinners, brunches, we just hung out in like an Airbnb and just like ate cupcakes and talked and laughed. And then I came back home, I had like a nice reset, and then I went to New York to hang out with my friend Natalie, who shares my birthday. So I spent my actual 30th in New York City, which I brought up because I had this experience, girl, a little spicy experience. It was literally like a movie. I was coming back from my like solo day of going to museums and all that stuff, just trying to like melt into my experience in New York City. I was trying to go uptown. I was trying to catch my train. I was on one of those platforms where it's like you have to walk down the platform, up some more stairs, and then the train is actually on another platform. But I didn't know that. I just saw the like symbol for my train and I was like, okay, I'll stand here. Baby, that train was not gonna come pick you up, baby. What you think this is Uber? Like that train gonna come pick you up where you standing? That train was not coming in. And then nobody was gonna tell me either. Until I guess I can say his name. His name was Igor. Igor was waiting for the actual train that would come to that platform. Igor was cute. Okay, Igor was like a short king. He was cute. He had like a beard. He had a really nicely groomed beard. He was wearing a hat, which kind of is a little bit of, that's caution tape for me. I'm like, okay, and there's something about them hats. Because when you take that off, it's cone head. Be honest.
Who you calling pinhead?
But I saw him out of the corner of my eye, so I turned, and he was like looking at me. And it was like a 3-second thing. So like, I was just like, okay. I didn't know if he was like actually like looking at me, checking me out, or we just coincidentally like glanced at each other at the same time. So I turned back and I was like on my phone trying to use the little bit of service that you get down underground in New York City. Google Maps said my train was coming in 1 minute. And so a minute goes by and the train does come, but it's not my train. And the trains at this time specifically, there were so many like, mix-ups or whatever, like certain trains weren't running and certain trains were running. You have to take like a different train to get off at a stop that another train would take you to. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's like talking about this train that's coming. Like, let me just get on this train, whatever. Now, this train was the same train that Igor was about to get onto. And so as the train is approaching, I turn and he's looking at me. And this time it's like, are you looking at, I can't tell if you're like trying to like communicate with me something or what. But this time it was like a prolonged kind of thing. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. Now this platform was hella busy, so everybody was like kind of crowding to get onto the train. The train hadn't stopped yet. but I see Igor through a crowd of people. And this time he's smiling at me. Like he smiled at me. So I was like, okay, it's on. Like he is cute and he's smiling at me. So I think also, I was like, is he gay? Like signaling to other people that you're gay intentionally is like kind of difficult and there's constant conversation about that. I was like, okay, I think he's actually kind of into me maybe. So girl, with all of the newfound kind of confidence that I built up from thinking about turning 30 and having more control over the bigness that I want my life to be or become, I scooched over to Igor and I was like, okay, I'm about to like just get on this train. I'm gonna get on right after him, like just and be behind him, and then hopefully like on the train we'll strike up conversation. So the doors open and Igor gets onto the train. I step behind him and then I realize this ain't my train. I'm like looking at Igor and I'm thinking about him, but I'm also like, wait, I shouldn't get on this train because nothing is really telling me that this is the train that I should be on. So I actually like jump back off the train. Igor kind of notices like, oh, you're not coming on this train? Because he noticed. So he was like standing in the doorway and I had just stepped off the train. The train is going to depart soon, but it's still in that kind of wait time. And so we're fully staring at each other. Like we're just but 2 feet away and it's like, okay, are you going to say something? Am I going to say something? It's like we're clearly like locked into something. So I just go, where are you headed? He's like, huh? Because it's so loud. Everything is so loud. I'm like, where are you headed? And he's like, Brooklyn. And I was like, oh. I was like, oh, that's definitely not where I'm trying to go right now. Like, that's not. I was like, definitely don't need to be on this train. Got it. And then he was like, where are you headed? I was like, uptown? He was like, this is not your train. Stupid. Girl, he said, this ain't your train, baby girl. But now the doors are closing. Now it's like staying clear, baby, of the closing doors. The doors are closing, but he puts his foot in the door, so the doors open back up. And he's like, this isn't your train. I think you need to go. Boom, the doors close again. I go, huh? He goes, you need to go. I can't hear you. And the doors are like fully closing now. And he strong arms the doors like, bam. And he steps off the train. And now like everybody poured into the train and the train is leaving. And now on the platform is just me and him. And it's quiet. And I'm like, uh-oh. I did not mean for this to happen. So he misses his train on purpose. And he's like, this is not your train. Like you have to go continue down the platform, up those stairs, around the corner, walk down a little bit, and then you'll be able to find your train. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry you missed your train. He was like, it's fine, I'll just take the next one. And then he immediately was like, I couldn't tell if, like earlier you were making eyes at me. I didn't know if you were like interested or not. And I was like, oh wait, girl, me too. Like, I didn't know if you were interested. And then we kind of giggled about that a little bit. And then he said he liked my style because I was wearing like a cute little fit that day. It was cold in New York. I had this beautiful like puffer jacket on that y'all will see in a video soon. But he also had style. Like he had very much like Brooklyn style. Like he had a little beanie on and a cute fit with some nice boots. It was giving very much mature artist, which now that I say that word mature, he had to be like 36. Like he was definitely older than me. He was definitely older. He was like a short king who was older than me. And he was cute. His skin was so beautiful. I was into him. Anyway, another train comes and he just is like, oh, I can take this train. And he's like, we should exchange numbers. Like, how long are you here for? And I said, I'm here for like another week. He's like, I'm traveling out a little bit, but I'll be here for the last 2 days of your trip. So hopefully we can catch each other. So we exchange numbers. He gets on his train. He texts me immediately before he departs. I get on my train and you know there ain't no service down there. But at one of the subway stops, like you get service a little bit. And I got a text from him and he said, girl, he said, hey, it was nice meeting you. And I said, yeah, girl. No, I did not say that. Yes, sis. It was a key. I said, thanks for helping me with my train. LOL, I would have been there forever. And then he responded, I wanted to kiss you. I said, is this 30, baby? I'm about to just kiss people on the random train? Girl. And then his grammar started getting a little weird, and so it started to turn me off. His grammar started to turn weird, and I couldn't do it. But that was real fun. I was like, yeah, more of that in my 30s. Like, I want to feel the thrill of going for things that I typically am like unsure about. Like, what's on the other side of it? It could be that guy wasn't gay, like Igor wasn't gay, and he's just not gay. And so, okay, next. Even though like there's a whole conversation about that, because the straights, when you hit on them as a gay person, get violent. But he could have also just not been into me. Maybe there was like a booger in my nose and he could have just been like looking at the booger. But if I didn't risk it and like just talk to him when we were in that standoff, when he was on the train and I was on the platform, I would have never found this new confidence to just like let the girls know when I'm interested in them. Also, it was nice for once like having somebody pursue me. I'm so tired, girl. I'm really tired, like Nene Leakes. I'm so tired, baby, of pursuing the girls. Like, I need them to chase me. Chase me. If you think I'm cute, tell me I'm cute. Now, I will decide if I think you're cute, too. Like, I have the wherewithal. These glasses ain't prescription, baby, but I can see. 2020. Some of y'all don't be cute. Some of y'all don't be cute. Hey, we all got our preferences.
Some of you don't belong in the category.
Some of y'all don't think I'm cute, and that's okay, because I know I'm cute. Anyway, that was really fun. I'm 30 years old. Next topic.
Take your ass to bed. Turn off the light. Get off that phone and go to bed.
I stopped going on TikTok. Oh, here he go. Here he go. One of the millions of people who need a cookie for getting off TikTok need a trophy in the ceremony because they managed to get off TikTok for a month. I've been off TikTok since late November. I just have no interest in really going back and scrolling. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I do kind of want to scroll a little bit on TikTok, but I haven't done it. I haven't done it in 2.5 months now. And I kid y'all not, I'm so serious when I say this. My life is so much better. I feel better on a day-to-day basis. And I know it's specifically because I got off TikTok. I also reduced heavily the amount of time that I spend on Twitter. I don't have the app at all on my phone anymore. So I can't go on Twitter. I usually am on Twitter when I'm like in transit, like if I'm on like a bus or something like that, or if I'm standing in line, I'm on Twitter.
You can tweet till you get blue in the face. I don't care.
I only go on it on my desktop when I want to post or scroll, and I'm rarely like on my desktop. Girl! Oh my God, there's something going on. There's something going on the internet. And I know that we all have different feeds. First of all, I was getting offended by that. Feeds? Like I'm a pig, baby? Pig in a trough? Talking about here's your feed? No. Something about that was getting on my nerves. But also, I know that we all are maybe having different experiences on these apps. My experience specifically was one that was like, I feel like terrorizing me and my emotions. I scrolled so much on TikTok to the point where it was like giving me kind of a headache while I'm brushing my teeth, before I go to bed, as I'm in the drive-thru waiting for like my In-N-Out to come out. It was bad for real because I started to see that it was kind of like a pacifier for me. And I was like, I need to deal with my emotions for real and stop using this app to kind of distract me. Like, I knew every time I was feeling bad about something, I would be on TikTok.
It was bad for her. It was really bad for her.
Oh, girl, I need to switch positions. My knees. I am old. Child, I'm 30 years old now. My knees. There's like a few things at play here. Baked into the experience of every platform is this ability to make money. This opportunity to make money off of going viral. If there's one thing we know about human beings, is that they will do any and everything for money. So give people in an economy right now, especially in America, that is strained and struggling, baby. Give people the opportunity to make money off of going viral, and they're going to be clowns. They're going to turn into straight clowns, and they're going to throw whatever they can and see what sticks. And so when going viral is this mathematical equation called the algorithm, and it just simply promotes things that a lot of people are interacting with and things that keep people on the app, because that's how these apps make money, is when people stay on the app so they can show them more and more ads. Those things go viral. So wherever the kind of collective attention is, that's where the money is. And these platforms are the wild, wild west, baby. The last true platform to not be like that, I think, is Pinterest. Like, she's still kind of a little sacred over there, or at least I think. Like, the lowest vibrational stuff goes viral because that's what keeps people on the apps. That's where the collective attention is. We love watching drama. We love turning our brains off, not having to think. And so really unthought out, whack opinions that are pretty harmful to a lot, especially like marginalized groups, go viral because it's easy to just be like, gay son or thought daughter. People like violence. And so that goes viral. And so if TikTok was supposed to be a place for me to like be escaping like the real world, a lot of my guard is down, like the guard I would have up in real life, because I'm just trying to have a good time, you know what I mean? But that, I think, for a lot of people turned into just plugging your brain in and like washing it with whatever is on the internet. There's no discretion. So this For You concept that's happening on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, we're all just absorbing whatever it tells us and gives us. And I realized that I can't trust that. That algorithm don't care nothing about me and my mental health. It cares everything about lining the pockets of whoever built that algorithm, because that's why they built it, to make money, baby. It's a business. And so I was like washing my brain in a lot of low vibrational content, opinions, to the point where at 2 a.m. I'm scrolling and I'm like getting so physically upset over some stupid thing that somebody said. In those moments, I'm an alien. I'm looking down at myself in my bed, face aglow with the light of my phone, getting angry at some like person that I've never met before who only exists through pixels on my phone. And I'm like, this is goofy. And I started to notice that I was becoming way more reactive emotionally to things even in my real life. I would be up and down and angry and sad. And one day it clicked for me that it was TikTok. Girl, it was TikTok. I feel like I was being brainwashed to be a certain kind of person, a reactive kind of person, somebody who sees something and doesn't know any of the context surrounding it, because that's what TikTok is. And all the social media right now is like short, tiny clips. Everything is short form content. And because it's short form, there's such a lack of context with every little clip, every picture, and it makes it so easy for people to imprint their own context on there. And that's where like judgment and bias comes in. And so you see what I'm saying? I feel like we're all kind of being trained to react to stuff with no context and feel like so righteous in it. Like, girl, for example, there's a clip of Beyonce like looking at Fantasia Barrino performing a Tina Turner tribute at the Grammys. It is literally like a 7-second clip. And in the matter of an hour, I saw people speak with their full chest about what Beyonce was thinking or doing in that video. Fantasia was like looking for somebody to dance with in the audience as part of her bit. Somebody was like, look at Beyonce, she don't want to dance with Fantasia. It's like, how do you know that? Like, that's probably as likely, but how can you say that with such conviction? Like, were you there? Did you ask Beyonce that? Like, there's literally no context. You're just looking at her facial expression and just like making something up. And then another video was like, wow, Beyonce is so gay. She was looking at Fantasia. You saw the way she was looking at Fantasia? Like, what? What is going on here? The whole time, Beyonce probably was just, the way that she was looking, like she had her head down, probably because there was a big old camera right in front of her face.
I got you on camera.
Right? But even then, I don't know, because I don't know Beyonce. And that's where the internet is so wild, because random people you don't know, strangers, just somebody who's probably on the bus, like going to school or whatever, just a random person is shaping how you think about stuff. That's scary to me. And so that's why I got rid of TikTok, baby. And I feel so much better for it.
I got that bubbly. I got that bubbly. I got that bubbly. I got that bubbly. I got it bubbly.
Also, another thing I kind of quit, which I didn't really quit, I just kind of naturally just kind of stopped, was drinking. I don't drink anymore. Matter of fact, let me finish this little rose moment. Girl, I've explained this so many times, like I can't do drinking no more. There's only 2 fun things that I can say about drinking. One, the little buzz that you get, cute, fun. I love that. It's like a fun time. My threshold is very cute. If I drink too much, baby, it's horrible. Girl, I want to do blood transfusion, baby. Get this alcohol out of my system. Get it out. I also think that drinking over the years, trying different cocktails, opened up my palate a lot. Like I know what I like flavor-wise, but I can do that without drinking. Like the non-alcoholic industry right now is booming, baby. I'm excited to continue to explore that. And I'm also really proud of myself for kind of making that decision to stop drinking and just like give it up. Because girl, the peer pressure be getting worse and worse. I'd be giving in, baby. All you gotta do is be like, you wanna try this? I'll be like, yeah. Girl, I don't wanna try that, baby. I'm just scared and I'm pressured. But I've given that up and I feel like I grew a backbone a little bit. The headache, the hangover, like all that is whack. Taking shots and feeling like I swallowed a little elf that is carrying a torch and slowly making its way down my esophagus, burning up my throat. That's not fun, baby. That's no fun.
My damn neck hurt.
The way that it suppresses your immune system and so you get sick more often. I also get depressed. I get depressed for like 2 weeks after drinking, and I could have like a sip. I could literally have a sip. I've tested this already. I could have a sip of a mimosa and boom, I'm like depressed. It's so bad. It's just not worth it. I'm not Debbie Downer though. Like I will enjoy my little sparkling tea or my water or whatever I have in hand while everybody else is taking shots, and I'll cheer them on, baby. Have fun. I also got rid of a lot of streaming services because I am sick of paying for stuff that I don't own. That's really getting on my nerves. Why are we paying for stuff that we don't own? They're getting so much money from us and they're not even paying their employees equitably, and we don't get to own it. Like they just be taking stuff off the platform. It's a whole bunch of stuff on some of the platforms that we don't even watch. I feel like it's so much cheaper in the long run to just by the series that you're watching. I mean, for me at least, I'm not watching like so many TV shows. I don't have Netflix. All I have right now is Paramount Plus. And honestly, I got that on a deal. I got like a year-long subscription for like $60 or something. I use that to watch my little Big Brother, Amazing Race, all that. And then I move on, girl. So because I don't have TikTok and I don't do streaming services and I don't drink, girl, I've been getting into stuff that I actually like to do, which is so stupid. Like, it's so stupid that of course you're gonna like revert to being who you are, like instead of escaping constantly through all these things. I've been doing lots of DIYs with my clothes, little art projects. I've been taking care of my plants, honing my technical skills with some of the equipment that I own, reading. I've been getting a lot into watching fashion shows on YouTube. I'm not saying this to be like feeling like I'm on some like moral high ground because I got rid of streaming services and I don't watch Netflix or TikTok. I just really think I'm listening to my body and my mind and I'm responding accordingly. And it really is paying off. Like, I feel so much better. It could have been seasonal depression, but the end of last year was so bad for me. I couldn't do a lot of things and I was escaping so much. And that was like making me upset. And so now that I've kind of released so much, I have so much more space to just like think. I love it. I really feel connected to myself again. So that's great. I'm a Swiftie.
What?
No, I'm not. I'm not a Swiftie. That's a lie. But I have been recently. And I don't know. The thing is that I don't know too much about anybody's lore. And I'm so serious. Like, I remember back in the day, I used to really like that girl. I used to really like that girl. I liked her specifically until she made the switch to pop. I remember specifically when that news broke out that she was like, oh, I'm going to do like pop music. And then she did like Shake It Off and all this stuff. Oh, you can pull over right here. This is my stop. Like, I was like, that's enough. I'm turning in my Swiftie card. I really liked her as like a country pop moment. And some of folklore I was into. Midnights I haven't really listened to. I think because my ex was so obsessed with her, I can't get into her anymore. She wore this green dress. I can't remember to what event. It could have been to Beyonce's. Wait. She wore something to Beyonce's premiere in London. And I was like, wow, she is serving down. Like, she actually looks so good. And then she wore this like green dress maybe to that event or to another event. I'm fully here for whatever her stylist is doing for her now. It is good. All this other stuff about her, I'm not interested. Like, who she's dating and all that stuff, I don't care. The music, I'm not even that into the music.
And don't fight me, because I know how you girls like to tussle.
I think at a certain point, whenever somebody gets like billions and billions of streams, it's like, it's probably parts of her brand and even the music that are like engineered. Because I know human beings in their brains psychologically to be just push a button and you get a result. Like, that's what it is. We are highly patterned, and I'm sure that certain beats and cadences are just sourced and put into music, and they become kind of like lullabies or kind of trances almost, and people will listen to it no matter what, because it's just a pattern our brains are like privy to. And so that's what I kind of feel a little bit with some of Taylor Swift's music. I'm like, this is just, well, some of the songs do be bopping.
Well, I can't make the music not bop. I can't make the music not bop. I don't know what y'all want me to do. I can't make the music not.
Like, we can't lie there. I'm just not convinced that her music or even brand is like moving anything culturally that in a way that's like beneficial to me specifically. Like, Beyonce with Renaissance was like very much like a celebration of people I identify with. You know what I'm saying? And it felt good. It felt like community. I don't see myself in like Taylor Swift's music. I think what she does really well, and this is coming from somebody who's like not a major fan but can give her props, is she makes normal experiences feel so extraordinary and so Cinderella-like. She can make people who feel astronomically like normal feel so special. And I think, and that's not shade, that's no shade. I think that music is very important. She can make like a first kiss, which is so plain. Like, that's such a plain topic. Or somebody not texting her back or being broken up with. She makes it feel like such a monumental moment through her music. And I applaud her for that. That's a writer's skill. She's a writer for sure. But what do I know? I don't know anything. I'm just here drinking this like nasty rosé. Girl, I don't write. I'm not in the music industry. I just have my little opinions. You do not have to absorb these opinions. That's just what I think.
All right, guys, which one is more futuristic, Vision Pro or Cybertruck?
We do not care.
Am I going to get the Apple Vision Pro? No. I don't really want to speak about that one too much. I just think the Apple Vision Pro, I think it looks cool and I would love to demo it. Actually, I'm wondering if over in Scottsdale, they have like a huge Apple store there. If they have one and I could just like go in and try it out. Because I do want to see what it looks like and what it feels like. But it's giving like first iPhone. It looks bulky. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know that in like 5 years, it's going to be way thinner, way cooler, and probably a little less expensive. And so I'm going to find one, play with it, but then not purchase one because I do think it could be useful in certain instances. I don't like the vision of, in some of their commercials, there's a dad playing with their son or daughter or somebody. Girl, probably could be the mailman, I don't know. But they're like kicking a soccer ball back and forth with each other. And the dad has the Apple Vision Pro on, and it's so creepy.
Toast.
I would not want my kid growing up seeing me but through an Apple Vision Pro, like seeing my eyes through a screen. Like, that's weird. It feels so like my mom is on a telephone call and I'm just trying to play with her while she's on the telephone. It feels that way. It gives, I'd rather be in fake world than in the real world with you, son. That part is really creepy. Maybe it's not creepy to you. You know what I'm saying? These are just my opinions. But I do love a good piece of technology, especially one where it like augments your editing experience. To have my screen be super huge and I can like walk up to my editing screen and I can like play around with edits like in real time, that's cool.
I'm driving. Everybody clear the road. Here I come.
The Cybertruck, ugly. It looks like a grasshopper or something. And the only time it looks cool is when like a celebrity is stepping out of it. Like when Pharrell was like driving up in, I think Miami or maybe I think it was in Miami, and he hopped out his Cybertruck. I thought it looked really cool then, but also I was buying into like the celebrity of it all. That truck is not cute, and it's a truck. Like, it's a truck. It's like a F-150. It has a bed in the back for like truck stuff. Imagine like a landscaping service coming up to you with a Cybertruck. Well, all these supplies in the back. Girl, get serious.
Hey, Bretman, it's Beyonce. Welcome.
Sacred? Girl, sacred? Stop playing with me, Beyonce. Sacred? Talking about haircut is a ritual. I'm in. I'm buying it. February 20th, it launches. Sacred is Beyonce's hair company. This is coming after the also much awaited Say Noir that was also released. And so it seems to be kind of all belonging to a similar heritage. Maybe it'll smell like Say Noir. That'll be interesting. I'm actually interested in seeing that. I smelled Say Noir. One of my friends had one of the bottles at her place and I smelled it. And at first I was like, oh, whoa, oh. But then over time as I let it sit on my little arm, it smelled so good. It smells so rich. I loved it. So hopefully Sacred smells just like that. I'm hoping it's not a rollout like Pattern Beauty, where Pattern Beauty only put out like deep conditioners and shampoos and at the beginning, and they didn't have any stylers. It took them a while to put out stylers. I want stylers. I want stylers straight out the gate. The marketing so far includes like braids, fros. It seems to be like weaves even. So I'm really interested in what's going on here. February 20th, I will be on it. You know I will have a review coming out. I'll try to get it up as soon as possible. And any updates, for sure I'm coming back here with that. Anyway, I have a lot more to talk about, but I've been sitting here for an hour and 14 minutes, and I want to watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I want to watch that show. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back. Hopefully this will be like a regular thing. I'll just like come up with topics and then we'll just like sit and chat for a little bit. And this will be a regular thing. Hopefully. But thank y'all for hanging out with me. Cheers. I'm excited to be back making more content. I was traveling for the last month, and so I didn't really put out much of anything. But I'm always putting stuff out on Instagram, sometimes TikTok. So go follow me on all those places. Follow me everywhere online. Just don't follow me in real life, babe. Because at age 30, best believe, it's sturdy.
Boom.
I only get stronger with age. Hope to see you back here real soon for another episode of Will on a Whim. But until then, bye.